Greetings, fellow Gravewalkers, and welcome back to another video. And today is quite the special one, or at least the day this is coming out is going to be quite the special one, because the day that this video is coming out is February 10th, 2024, aka the day my first ever video was put on YouTube. And, I figured for this day, I've had a couple different intros across this channel and Snapshot and the very much forgotten child that is the 10th Universe Lore Keeper. So I figured I might as well just put all the intros I've used into one video. And in case you're all wondering, what was your first video? It wasn't the nicely edited stuff that you are probably all expecting. It was this. Now, that probably isn't the informational / Shadow of War video you were probably expecting if you haven't been here from the start. And the context behind it was Epic added in a challenge where you could get a special wrap that I'll probably throw up on screen right now. It's called Post Party, and basically you had to use the Post Party app to post a clip you got from the game to pretty much anywhere. And I just decided, you know what, I hate Twitter, I hate Instagram, I hate all that stuff. I'm just gonna do YouTube. So, there you go, first video. And that brought me down the rabbit hole of posting a bunch of my clips as shorts. Those shorts are still up, by the way. Some of them are actually really good if you enjoy some more varied gaming stuff. Pretty good shorts. They came out nicely. But that also led me down the rabbit hole of doing longer videos, which led me to the first time I ever did a special intro for a video, which was for the Fortnite Clips compilation, and for being my first, it was okay. It's one of the Power Director, like, customizable pre-mades, so here you go. And for a first intro and outro, it could have been worse. It could have been one of those really obnoxious old 2013 intros, the 3D ones. I'm sure we've seen the memes of those. Could have been worse. Could have been one of those. But that also was the first time that I kind of, like, didn't really know what to do, so I just kind of threw that on there. For the Halo 3 video, though, that was the next one that I did in that format, with the custom intro and outro cards before it actually got standardized, and then it went into standardization. But before I get to that, here's the Halo 3 intro, which I still think is one of the best ones, actually, to date, even though it was only my second. I still think that one holds up today, and honestly might get some reuse in the future, but definitely not on this channel. Definitely something for Snapshot, but I still think that one holds up. I think it's pretty good compared to some of the early intros I've seen from other people who didn't work with those prefabs. Also, I already had the music I wanted to use picked out for that video, which is Manticore Blues by Trocaredo. I never know how to say the name, but it's from Red vs. Blue. It's Freckles' theme from Red vs. Blue, if you know that. Next intro was one I never got to use that I'll probably use on the 10th Universe Lore Keeper, though, so here you go. Once again, that intro uses Manticore Blues from Red vs. Blue, and a little more context on that one. Essentially, it was meant to be a character profile video going over the main villain of the first two stories in the 10th universe, named Ageless. Thing is, that idea kind of got left in the dust, and was one of the first few ideas for this channel that I never got to actually do, along with Halo Reach in under 3 hours and Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in 2023. It's among the ideas that just never really stuck to the wall. Though I do really want to use that intro over on the 10th Universe Lore Keeper once I can finally get my own storytelling in a place where I really feel like there's enough to actually talk about Ageless, because in the first story, there's not a huge mention of him till the end. But moving on to the next intros, we have one that I'm sure most of the people who have been here are going to be aware of, and that is the old intro using the Get Good Gaming intro music, which is, yeah, that's what my original standardized intro was. It was the GG intro music. So many of you know Matt or Paul GG or any of them, you're gonna recognize the music, and basically I use that and Hey Sailor as the main music on this channel. That was introduced in the Warpaint video, so here you go. So, there you go. The first time I had standardization in an intro and outro. The GG music may have gotten lost along the way due to me just kind of wanting a different vibe for the channel, but Hey Sailor is still around and is the background music of this very video, along with still being used in the outro, just with a different outro card. And a lot of people may have heard Hey Sailor in the end of Roanoke Gaming's videos, and yeah, he uses it too, but in fact, I actually found it from Bill's channel, who did a lot of real or fake videos back in the day, and while he doesn't really do them to the same degree he does them now anymore, it will forever have a place burned into my mind. Just the dark guitar sound is very much a vibe, I would say. But it's just among the music on YouTube that I never knew that I finally found, like Exit the Premises by Kevin MacLeod being something Slipgator used. But coming up next, we have the Skyrim outro, a little thing I cooked up just for Skyrim, and that's still getting used over on Snapshot, so here it is. And while that may not have been a huge change up, the next major change to the intro-outro formula actually happened starting with 10 rare titles, which is when I changed the music over to using Blacklite district music. And, well, The Ghost of You and Me didn't remain the intro for very long. I think it was only 2 videos until I changed it to Goodbye XL. It was still the change to the new intro card. And it was the first video to use the new outro card with the red text, and the music not fading in and just starting. So, here you go. So that was the intro with The Ghost of You and Me XL, and it only stuck around for 2 videos until the Uruk name rarity video, and I still want to do a sequel to that. Somebody gave me a really good suggestion on how to do that, so that's somewhere in the pipeline as well. But yeah, The Ghost of You and Me XL didn't last long and was immediately replaced by Goodbye XL, which honestly is a song that I'm surprised so many people recognized in the videos. I've had multiple people like, oh, It's Blacklite District, or, oh, I heard this from Reanimator. And, it's, kind of forget that Kyle's music isn't fully underground anymore, but here's the intro that a large majority of you are probably gonna know.
Goodbye. Say goodbye to the knife that you sharpen with your life. Say goodbye to the dark side.
And there we go. Short, sweet, simple, and it's still around, technically. It just got the new clip before it. So let's just roll the current intro, shall we?
Take him to Mordor. Goodbye. Say goodbye to the knife that you sharpen with your life. Say goodbye to the dark side.
And there we go. The newest intro on this channel. And honestly, I think it ties together everything. It's got Sauron at the beginning with the whole take him to Mordor. You know, because most of these videos talk about the games, and they all take place in Mordor, and honestly, I just think it's a nice little, you know, I don't really know the word for it, but it's a good mix. Now, moving on, I'm going to feature all of Snapshot's intros on this as well, along with the Lorekeeper ones. So here's all of Snapshot's intros. And I think all of those pretty well fit Snapshots thing together. The whole thing with the intro is to show most of the things that go on the channel, so you can see that, and then the Fallout videos have their own special intro. Now moving on to the 10th Universe Lorekeeper ones that are very metal. And there we have it, all the intros that I've used across my channels. I didn't include the Vinland one, just because I don't think Vinland Siberians intro really needs to be here. Obviously, I've talked about it. Family's Husky, Puppy Business, you can go check them out. I think they're still in the description, I want to say. Go check them out, or I'll put it in the iCard right now. But there we go, that's every intro. And honestly, looking back on it, there's been a couple distinct phases the past year that I've gone through with the intro and honestly where this channel is. It started out as very gaming with all different intros to shifting into one specific niche where I feel like I have the comfort to talk about more intricate parts of the game. And I expect Snapshot's going to get some of those this year quite a bit. I've had ideas. I kind of want to talk about the state of how I feel Minecraft is in this day and age, especially the way that the content is very stale and very overproduced, which you've probably seen me talk about on some of the community posts here when I made the joke about not being a 100 Days channel. But I expect more stuff like that, probably some Ark stuff, and mostly varied gaming over there. I kind of want to talk about, you know, a lot of the reasons why uploads are a little funky with me, but I don't really know how to explain them, and this certainly isn't the video for them. But I also don't know if I'm going to have some other videos done before this video comes out. So, in case they're not, I'm going to go over some of the future projects. Essentially, what I want to do next of all is a video going over all the traits. That video is probably already out by the time you're seeing this one, I would imagine. But then I also want to do 5 things that would have made Shadow of War better, which I have fully scripted. I want to do an Uruk undercover boss kind of joke where I walk around the fortress and be like, oh, I don't like the Grave Walker because he keeps killing my brothers, and stuff like that. And, I also have an idea for a what if Celebrimbor wasn't evil. That is definitely a long-term project, but I also have that in mind as well. So, there's some ideas for the roadmap of 2024. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button down below, because it does tell me that you enjoyed the video, and if you like what I do, don't forget to subscribe for more. With that, I will see you all next time.